What's up, YouTube? Timu's here. Well, since it is, of course, a new year, lots of new movies coming out in the month of January. So here is my official top 10 anticipated films coming out in pretty much this month of January. All right, number 10 is Daniel D's Pantera. Now, of course, this is the follow-up to the 2018 film of Dan Deeves. This time around, you got Big Nick once again played by Gerard Butler, who is back on the hunt in Europe and closing in on Donnie, played by O'Shea Jackson Jr., who is embroiled in a treacherous and unpredictable world of Diamond D's and the infamous Panther Mafia. And the first film was pretty fun, so I'm actually interested to check out the sequel. Don't know if it's gonna be good or not, but it does look intriguing, so hopefully it could be good. All right, number nine is your coronarily invited, which is a new like pretty much a new comedy coming to Amazon with Will Ferrell, Reese Witherspoon, directed by Neighbors director Nicholas Stoller. It's where two weddings are accidentally booked on the same day as the same venue. Each bridal party is challenged with preserving their family's special moment. And of course, some other people in this, like Merritt Hegner, Scylla Watson, Geraldine Vincenwenden. And the trailer actually does look pretty charming. Looks pretty fun here. I like Will Ferrell. I like Reese Witherspoon. So I'm intrigued to see this one. All right, number eight is the film Unstoppable. Now this is based on a true story, and this is again coming to Amazon, starring Jennifer Lopez along with Don Cheadle, Michael Pena, Bobby Cannavale, and is when unwavering love and support of his devoted mother Judy and encouragement of his coaches Anthony Robles fights through adversity to earn a spot on the Arizona State wrestling team. And the movie does look very inspiring. Jarrell Jerome, of course, from Moonlight fame. I think he's a terrific actor. J. Lo, I'm really glad to see her really branching out into these types of territories instead of stuff like The Mother or Atlas, because she's actually a pretty good actress when she's given it a chance. And like with the right script, she could be pretty good. And this does look interesting, so hopefully it could be going. All right, number seven is Presence. Now, this is the new Steven Soderbergh film about a family who moves into a suburban house and becomes convinced they're not alone. And this does look pretty creepy. You got Lucy Liu's in this, Julia Fox, the guy from This Is Us, Chris Sullivan's in this. Got some interesting cast members. Steven Soderbergh doing another horror film. Like his first since probably that movie Unsane, which was pretty decent. This is supposed to be like set on the point of view of the ghosts, so that's interesting. And it actually premiered at Sundance last year with some rave reviews, so I'm intrigued to see this one. All right, number six is Dogman. Now, Dogman is based on the book by on the same books by the author of Captain Underpants. This, of course, supposed to feature the voices of Pete Davidson, Lil Rel Howery, Isaac Fisher, Glenn and Glenda voice in Sea of Chucky, Billy Boyd's in this. It's when, of course, a faithful police dog and his human police officer owner are injured together on the job. A hard brain and life saving surgery fusses the two of them together, and of course, Dogman is born. And the trailer actually does look pretty charming. Looks interesting here, and I really quite like that Captain Underpants movie that came out back in 2017. So I'm hoping this is a really good one. It does look like it could be pretty charming. All right, number five is Back in Action. This is of course directed by Seth Gordon, who gave us movies like Horrible Bosses. He also did what else did he do? Oh yeah, Baywatch. He's done some other cool stuff here and there. This is of course the first time Cameron Diaz has been on screen since 2014's Annie, so that there piques my interest. Of course, you got Jamie Foxx, Cameron Diaz, Kyle Chandler, Andrew Scott, Glenn Close, and in it, it's where like years after giving up the CIA spies to start a family, Emily and Matt are put back into the world of espionage when their cover is blown. And this movie does look a lot of fun. Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz are both pretty good. I like Seth Gordon, so I'm definitely intrigued to see this one come when it hits. All right, number four is The Last Showgirl. Now, this got like a little bit of a limited release back in January or December, but it's getting a wider release this month. It's directed by Gia Coppola, who did that nice little film a couple years ago called Palo Alto with James Franco, Emma Roberts, and a really good film there. This, of course, stars Pamela Anderson, along with Jamie Lee Curtis, Dave Bautista, Brandon Song, Kernan Shipka, and Pamela Anderson is getting tons of Oscar recognition for this. She, of course, she's got a Golden Globe nomination, so that's interesting. And of course, when the glaring Vegas revenue she has headlined for decades, and now it will be soon closed. A glamorous showgirl must reconcile with the decision she made and community she has built for her plans for her next act. And Pamela Anderson, I think, looks amazing in this. Curtis Shipka's always great. Can't wait to see her in this. Jamie Lee Curtis. I think it does look like it'd be interesting to check out. And unfortunately, it's not a Showgirl sequel, but hey, could be still be good. All right, number three is One of Them Days. Now, this is a new comedy starring Kiki Palmer, who I love Kiki Palmer, and SZA, where they play best friends and roommates, Strux and Alyssa, who are about to have one of them days. When they discover Alyssa's boyfriend was has blown their rent money, the duo finds themselves going to extremes in a comical race against the clock to avoid eviction and keep their friendship intact. Now, of course, you also got Lil House also in this one. Maud Apatow, Janelle James, Cat Williams, but I pretty much the chemistry between Kiki Palmer and SZA is gonna be really good. It looks fun, looks entertaining, so I'm excited to see that one. All right, number two is Companion. Now, I still have no idea what this is supposed to be about, but I do. Of course, it is produced by Zach Krieger, who gave us Barbarian. It's got my new favorite horror scream queen, Sophie Thatcher, who, even though that movie, The Boogeyman, was terrible, she was redeeming me quality of that. Of course, Jack Quaid is really good, obviously coming off of Scream 5. Megan Surer, who was in that really nice little horror film a couple years back. What was the name of it again? Yeah, it lives inside. That was actually really nice. Almost froze up on the name there, but that was a little nice little horror film. This is directed by Drew Hancock. The guy from What We Do in the Shadows is also in this. I mean, this does look like be pretty creepy here. Looks interesting. I mean, she why is like she holding her hand above a candle, and what's that supposed to be about? I don't know, but it does look like be interesting here. I mean, a romantic horror film. Again, I have no idea what it's supposed to be about, but I did like that little trailer. Very odd they're not showing anything else. That's a little worrisome, but maybe they don't want to reveal anything. That could be it, but we'll see. And my number one anticipated film of the month is The Wolfman. Directed by Leah Whannell, who I really quite like what he did with The Invisible Man. I also enjoyed Upgrade he did years ago too. And this does look pretty creepy. I think Christopher Abbott looks great in this. Julie Garner, I think, is terrific. I'm really wondering if they're pulling a Nosferatu with this because we're literally about, I believe, like 2 weeks or yeah, about 2 weeks out, and they still haven't revealed the Wolfman yet. My assumption is that we're not going to see the Wolfman until we actually see the movie, similar to what Focus Features just did with Nosferatu. Like they did not showcase Bill Skarsgård as Nosferatu until we actually saw the film. And same went with Longlegs when we didn't really see Nicolas Cage until we saw the film itself. So I'm thinking they're keeping the Wolfman hidden. But hey, maybe they'll drop a trailer like, a week out and then that's when we see our Wolfman. But that's actually my little assumption. But hey, it does look really good though. Looks creepy. I cannot wait to see what this thing is gonna look like. Wait, like we've seen a little bit of the transformation. We've seen like her the growl and stuff, but I cannot wait to see what this thing's gonna look like. I just hope God for I just hope to God it's not what that Wolfman thing looked like in the at that Universal. Remember there was like a first like what we thought was gonna be a first look of a man coming out of I think it was like, Halloween Horror Nights or something like that, and we had a little bit of our first glimpse of Wolfman with someone, dressing up as a character. Thank heavily, I hope that's not what it looks like, but we'll see. Kind of looks like a wrong turn character, but anyway. But that's pretty much it there. Here is my quick one now. 10 Den of Thieves Panteria, 9 You're Culinarily Invited, 8 Unstoppable, 7 Presents, 6 Dogman, 5 Back in Time in Action, 4 The Last Showgirl, 3 One of Them Days, 2 Companion, and number 1 The Wolfman. Now there's other ones coming out too, like there is a new Wallace and Gromit film. There are obviously some films that got limited release in December, but they're getting wider in January, like The Brutalist, Hard Truths, Better Man, September 5. There's also I'm Still Here. There's the Henry Danger movie if you're interested in that. Flight Risk, Star Trek Section 31, which I'm actually interested in seeing that. Love Me with Kristen Stewart, that could be interesting. There's a little horror film coming out to Shudder, which actually looks intriguing, called Grafted, which has a little bit of like a substance feel to it. I'm actually interested in seeing that. Definitely not this Marked Man. I don't know what the heck that is, but a lot of interesting stuff to look forward to. Anyway, let me let you guys. What are some of your anticipated films coming out in January? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Oh, and by the way, Peter Pan and Neverland Nightmare is supposed to come out, but it's not playing any aim to see there, so that's weird. And I don't think Screenboat's really coming out this month. But as I was saying, what's some films coming out in January you're interested in? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Super Time.